At the time, I'd just recently split up with a long-term boyfriend, and I'd just gone online just to make friends and that, and we had a lot in common, like films, sports, all sorts of stuff like that, and we started talking over Facebook, over just chat messages, and it was all just really normal. Just
Who did he say he was? Who did you think he was?
It was said he was 20 years old, from London, just ran children's football clubs and just a normal person.
So he had a picture posted
Yeah.
up there so you could have a look at him?
Yeah.
And so did the conversation get explicit?
No, never. Never, ever.
And you found him quite attractive online?
At the time, yeah, because I'd just split up with a boyfriend, and at that time I wasn't exactly in the right frame of mind to be judging people, really.
So after about a 2-month courtship online,
Yeah.
you decided you wanted to meet this
Yeah.
guy. So what happened next? Initially you thought, I'm not going to go on my own.
Yeah. I had a friend who was older, and I was at college when he came down, and she actually met him. And he went to her house with her 11-year-old and her and another one of my friends, and I didn't meet them till almost 4 or 5 hours later. So.
And when you did meet him, what was he like?
Just normal person.
And was
20?
he-
Yeah, he looked a lot younger than what he was.
But he wasn't 20?
I didn't find that out until like 3 or 4 times of meeting him.
And you met him 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, I didn't find out.
Yeah. And eventually, at what stage did it become sort of physical?
It wasn't until like the very last time, and he told me he'd forgotten his coat at the back of the hotel room. So I walked back with him to go and get it.
A lot of people would say here, and I know that we're going on to some very serious issues, that you were incredibly naive.
Yeah.
You also you met up with him 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
before it ever got to this stage in the first place. You weren't underage.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually doing anything wrong at all. This was
Yeah.
just a bad dating experience.
Yeah. I understand where people come from 100% with that, but obviously, like, it was the fact that obviously I was a lot younger and he deceived me more than anything, and it just made me wonder how many more other people can do that.
How did you feel deceived by what he did?
Because he lied to me about his age, his name, where he lived. He lied to me about everything he could possibly think about. Like, anything that you could think about, he lied to me about, and I just felt like I felt like I was lied to constantly. And I'd met this person 3 or 4 times, and I considered him to be a really good friend. I considered him to be someone who I cared about and who I could talk to.
And once you'd actually had this experience in the hotel room and you had had sex, was that the end of it? Did he disappear?
Yeah, pretty much.
So there was no... Pretty much?
Yeah.
So that was the end of the chatting, and you couldn't find him anymore?
My dad told me, and I rang him and I said, so how old are you really? And he kept saying, well, you know how old I am. You know how old I am. And when I turned around and said his real age, he hung up on me, and I never heard from him again.